Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I'm Enzo, this is my forever co-host John. Today we wrap up our Disney animated movie with our most wholesome Disney animated movie yet, which is Predator, Killer of Killers.
You got me there for a second. I was just like,
Yeah,
it is animated, but
yeah,
I'm like,
it is by Disney too. It is
heartwarming. No.
it's wholesome. I mean, if you're pro Predator, sure, why not? I guess. But yeah,
Wait, don't they lose in this one?
like Predators are so cuddly. Look at that face. But yeah.
How could you not?
Exactly. But yeah, follows a different time periods of predators when they come to Earth, and which just proves that they've been on planet Earth for a while. And this is one of two Predator movies, and I hope they do this again often because I am enjoying this flow of aliens and Predator movies that is coming out right now.
Agreed. I love it that they are redeeming predators and aliens. Like, yeah, the early 2000s weren't so nice to these franchises, and even what 2018 with that horrible fucking Predator movie.
Yep.
That we just did a review on. Check it out. Like, a lot of times when you hear Alien versus Predator, you're kind of just there for the novelty of it. You're never really there for the story. But after Prey, it all fucking changed.
Yeah.
After we've seen what good storytelling and a very iconic character can do.
Yeah.
Within with our recent way of filming.
Yeah.
It's just, I love the trajectory that we're going.
Same.
And we get an amazing fucking movie with three different, well, multiple, not just three. There's a shit ton of predators in this movie, and three great characters that I really hope I would see in live action.
Same here. I don't. Well, they set it up pretty well of like what the predators do when they expand the lore of what happens when you defeat a predator, and that's the novelty here. That each warrior, the samurai, the Viking, and the pilot, like they defeat their respective predators, and they get caught, and then they're either put into an arena or put in cold storage. Apparently, so I'm like, then where does that mean? Dutch is coming back from the first Predator, right?
That's a great idea. Or even what was his name?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover is coming back. That shit would be funny.
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, I would love to see Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover, and Adrian Brody all in one scene with Naru from Prey. I'd be like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, with better writing, I hope. Because, not gonna lie, as great as those movies were, the main characters were very flat, unlike these characters here. And speaking of these characters, our first protagonist here is, God, I forgot her name, but a Viking woman.
Yeah.
A very, very scary Viking woman.
Yeah, we're a band of other Vikings. Like, I do love the theme that here in this movie that life would just go on. It's just that the Predator is here to disrupt your plans, and you're like, oh, okay, that's unfortunate. But the Viking woman, I forgot her name too, but the first entry leaves a lasting impression. Like, she wants revenge against this chieftain who killed her father, and like her son gets it for her, but like her plans come to a head when the Predator comes out, and this Predator is just massive. Like, I think it's one of the biggest Predators I've seen since like the Super Predator in the Predator from 2018. Like, I've never seen such a beefy Predator.
It kind of makes that Predator a little bit dwarfed compared to that thing, where it has like a sound wave gun thing on his hand.
Yeah.
As an arm. There we go. Her name was Ursa. There we go.
Yeah. Ursa and her band of Vikings get decimated. Like, that one guy who's like, I'm gonna hold them off, and he gets uppercutted to the ceiling, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
The kills here are fucking good. Even before the Predator comes in, you see Ursa absolutely wasting people,
With her
cutting people
shields.
in half. Yeah, it's the choreography and everything is great. And the reason why is that the animation studio that did Arcane did this. So
That makes fucking sense.
yeah, it's actually very obvious.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, correct me. But I have no time to do the research right now. But I do believe that this is the same creators of Arcane,
Yeah, yeah.
and everything about it is just beautiful.
Yeah.
The guts, the galore, the choreography, the Predator.
Yeah.
Like, I love it that when they fight the Predator, it's always a crawl
Yeah.
to victory. It is never like, yeah, I bested you. It's always like, please stay fucked down.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, sadly, her entire squad gets taken out, especially her son, which we find out later in the end of her story, where he dies from his wounds. But of course,
Yeah.
he waited for his mother.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have this solid fight
Yeah.
where, like, they're like in ice,
Yeah.
and she has to like drive him towards like a sharpened anchor.
Yeah, you always question in these anthologies, you're like, this is before Dutch's time. Like, how the fuck
Yeah.
is a Viking going to dispatch a Predator? Or how is a Samurai going to do it? And they answer your questions, and I'm just like, I am fairly pleased with how
Yeah.
she dispatches hers.
It is quite odd though, because this is a type of Predator that doesn't use the
Yeah.
blaster. It doesn't use any projectile weapons besides his like arm that can send a shockwave.
Yeah.
It is very like minimal when it comes to equipment. Like, this Predator doesn't use a lot,
Yeah.
unlike some other. I feel like they would have had a harder time if like regular Predator just came in and just like threw that net at them and then it just like cuts
Right.
them into square pieces.
Like, they're lacking equipment, because at that point you'd be like, that's just unfair, man. Like,
Yeah.
this Predator alone, I'm just like, him using that shockwave to decapitate people, I'm like, how's that even fair? They're fucking Vikings. This is set in, like, before, like, during the Black Death. So I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna win against this motherfucker?
I don't know.
And, like, going to the next anthology, like, I love the fact that the Samurai one, like, for the first few minutes, it's, like, almost non-verbal. Like, you just have to pay attention to details closely. It's the story of these two brothers, one who grows up to be a samurai, the other one who grows up to be a shinobi, and you see how much of a master of stealth a shinobi has to be when, like, infiltrating a palace. Like, he can't, like, even when someone's going to fall off, he's like, him making a thud will make too much noise, I can't allow that.
Yeah.
Or him
Yeah.
about to bash the bell, and he's like, no, and then the other guy
Like, he
raises
has to
it.
catch the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it that he's not even successful. It's like every stealth game that we play, we're just like, alright, everybody gotta die now.
Right.
But like, I love the start of this story. It's just that like these two brothers, very Old Republic.
Yeah, actually.
It really reminded me of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
With like the two brothers. But it's really cool is that like they're both tested by their father, who's very well, very that time.
Yeah.
He's a man of that time, where he's just like, alright, y'all gotta kill each other if you want my throne.
Yeah.
And one just disagrees, and the other one just like,
I want the throne.
absolutely, like, I want the throne.
Yeah.
Even though they were like
Brothers.
this close, yeah. But of course, one they go separate ways. Yes, as you said, one turns into a shinobi, the other one turns into, well, I guess shogun.
Yeah. Shogun-ish, I guess.
Yeah. And like the infiltration scene is just fucking beautiful. Even though he fucks it up, the fact that like he throws smoke bombs and then bit by bit you just see people dying.
Yeah.
I really had to turn on Cyberpunk after this movie because I was like, man, I need a samurai sword. I need to redo my entire build.
I love how polite this Predator is. I think the brothers fight it out, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna let you do your business.
Well, yeah. I love it that yes, as Jeremy John said, like you gotta love it that the Predator has a code.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm gonna let it finish it. Whoever wins, that's the one I'm fighting because he's clearly better.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's even said in the start of this movie where it has the whole Yotcha code.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, little fact is that the samurai is voiced by Louis Ozawa, Chang Chin. There we go. If you don't know who he is, he was a samurai from Predators. He was a Yakuza guy.
Oh, so he's come back
Yeah.
full circle. That's nice.
Yeah, I love it that he came back for this.
Yeah.
You know, sorry for butchering your name, but yeah, the entire fight with his brother was fucking cool. Even before the Predator,
Yeah, yeah.
the brother's like trying to get to the armor. He's like he just puts on one shoulder, but while he's fighting, he puts on the chest plate, the other shoulder, the helmet.
Yeah.
While he's like fighting his brother, and I was like, my God, my God, give these people a raise. Give them a house, a Lamborghini. I don't fucking know. This shit was too beautiful.
Right. I love how this Predator has like a spear that also comes with like its own decapitator or like Darth Mauler.
Oh yeah, just like
Yeah.
it was like that. I was like, oh my God.
Right. The chase scene was absolutely beautiful, and then the handicap match with the brothers versus the Predator was also equally beautiful. Again, as you said, there's no easy win. The brothers had to crawl to defeat this Predator.
Dude, well, like my dad was watching this with me, and my dad's a dad. He's he's very like, oh, cartoons are for kids, and then you just see these like these guards just get torn apart. And I was just like, oh my God. My dad had that reaction. He was like, oh my God.
I love it when towards the end when you think the Predator's like dead, when they blow it up the first time, and the brothers are like, all right, back to business. They have like that classic like anime standoff, and then
they kind of were like, oh, they made you think that they're going back into fighting.
yeah,
But it was actually like they know that thing is still alive.
yeah,
So they just finish the job, and the thing just falls apart in 3 segments. And I'm like, so beautiful.
yeah.
So beautiful.
And like it's animated, but the cinematography when the two brothers are reminiscing about like growing together but falling apart, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, some shots in live action mess this up, but this is just beautiful,
Yeah, it really reminded me of Ghost of Tsushima.
right?
Yeah.
Lastly, we go to World War II again. It's like, how is this a fucking fair fight, man? It's a Predator ship versus World War II planes.
This is a very bold move from the people who made this film, because is that when you think about it, like you versus a Predator, you would think guns, arms, swords.
Yeah.
You fight at fisticuffs if you have to. Here it's a plane, and I'm like, how's a Predator going to have a fair fight with a guy with a plane?
Right.
So we're like, how is this gonna work? And they did it fucking beautifully.
Like this Predator ship versus doing a dogfight with early 20th century warfare planes. I'm just like, this is pretty beautiful. I do love the lead guy and his like captain, voiced by Michael Biehn, I believe. I'm like, all right, Hicks in a Predator movie. That's pretty sweet. Then when the Predator is chasing the guy through the streets of I don't know where, like I thought they'd be screaming in Japanese, but they start screaming in French. I'm like, where the fuck are you? I thought you were in the Pacific.
Yeah, same here. I was like, oh no, I guess they were like fighting in Europe here.
I guess.
By the way, I just pulled up the cast. The son of Ursa Anders
Yeah.
is voiced by Damien Haas from Smosh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I was like, that's cool.
That's pretty sick.
Good on him.
Yeah. It's like how it's not from Smash Bros. It's how like the epic voice guy has like more roles. Like he was Soundwave, I believe, in Transformers 1. Or Shockwave, either of the two.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta rewatch.
Transformers 1.
Yeah, it's out already.
Yeah,
Like,
it's on HBO now.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty sick dogfight between, I forgot the character's name, but it's like the only part that I just go bullshit is when he has to repair his plane and he's going outside. I'm like, no fucking way.
Ain't no way. I agree. I was like, I feel like any pilot would just try to land and just be absolutely obliterated by the predator
Yeah,
if they had to do that. So yeah, it is quite odd.
yeah,
And I'm pretty sure there was no autopilot back in the day.
yeah. I was like, if this was like a 2-man plane, I'd be like, all right, I kind of buy that. But it's a 1-man plane. I'm like, ain't no fucking way he's doing this properly.
Yeah, but anyway, like, yeah, it is a bit weird.
Yeah.
I have to admit that part was weird.
Yeah. And then after that, they're all brought to like this coliseum of predators, where you get introduced to this like fucking, I don't know what you call it, like the Chad predator. I'm like, what the fuck are you supposed to be?
Yeah, he has like spine dreads.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool.
Like he
That's
dwarfs the predator from the beginning and the mega predator from the predator. I'm like, I don't know how you beat that guy. I really don't.
Yeah, I like, but I do feel like the guy was very nerfed.
Yeah.
Like, you see how the other predators would absolutely dispatch of a person.
Yeah.
He would like have a hold on one of them.
Yeah.
I was like, at this point, you would have crushed his head or her head.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't do it. He kind of like waits, and then they get saved.
The power of plot armor, man.
Yeah, I know. But if I haven't seen this thing kill anything, so I'm like, all right, it's
Right.
kind of it as of now. But the design's great.
Yeah, I guess we'll see it in Predator Badlands. I hope it pops up there. But yeah, you can tell that Predator culture doesn't really understand Earth culture because the Viking and the Samurai get their respective weapons, while the Patch is like, this fucking flintlock ain't from my century, man. What the fuck am I supposed to do with it?
And yeah, of course, it's the fucking flintlock that
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover
Yeah.
had.
Yeah,
Of course, what the main character of Prey had as well.
yeah, yeah.
So they were like, he's human. He knows how to work this, right?
Yeah. They're like, a gun's a gun in their culture, right?
But like, or I think they're just fucking with him.
Yeah.
Like we know where you're from.
It's
This is
just,
gonna be funny.
an extra challenge.
Yeah.
They fight that thing from the Predator Badlands movie, the big, I don't know what you call it, monster.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think that's
Okay.
what it was.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
And they escape even though it causes the samurai guy to lose his arm, and like the Viking woman has to sacrifice herself and stay, and the predator are like, oh, well, there goes our ship. The chieftain predator just like, all right, I guess we're hunting. And you see an armada of predators.
Like at first glance, you thought it was like rock formations,
Yeah,
and then they started flying. I was like, "Oh, you guys ain't making it."
yeah. I mean, again, we'll just see in Predator Badlands. It'd be fucking sick if like Al Fanning bumps into like a samurai and a World War II pilot.
Yeah, dude, I would love to see that. Like, I would love to see these characters like IRL. I don't know who's gonna play Ursa, but the voice actor for the Torres guy, the pilot,
Yeah,
that's pretty much him.
and that's the thing. Yeah,
Even the
Torres.
samurai guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
I forgot his name
Yeah.
was Torres in the movie. Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if like Lindsay Lavanchi would reprise a role as live action version of Ursa,
I hope so.
but she's quite young. She looks young. So that's the thing. Like Ursa is like an old,
Warrior.
like nearly grandmother,
Yeah,
like warrior of a woman.
yeah. They also answered the question of like how they managed to get a samurai, a Viking, and a World War II pilot to fight in the same area, and they haven't aged a day. Is that they Steve Rogers all of the victors who killed the Predator, including again the Naru from Prey, and I'm like, so if that rule applies to Naru, does that apply to Dutch and like everybody else?
It could. It really could. I'm not sure if I'm keen on seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger like come back. I mean, it'll be fine, I guess.
Yeah,
But like, you know, it'd be kind of cool.
yeah.
to see them animated, or like he'll just do the voice because Arnold Schwarzenegger does do voices. He did the voice in that like PlayStation Love, Death and Robots. You know.
Oh yeah. He also, I think he voiced himself in Mortal Kombat as Conan, so there's a possibility. But yeah, all this since we saw the trailer, we know that xenomorphs exist with the predators now. So if they can do some mega alien versus predator with the old protagonist of Predator or an aliens, people would be happy. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'll be extremely happy, and knowing that like that Adrian Brody and Isabella, sorry, is still on that planet.
Yeah,
they could return as well.
Yeah, I would love to see the fan favorite protagonist come back. But yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger is quite tricky because he's quite old. So I'm like, thought Cold Storage doesn't age your protagonist, man. What happened?
Maybe
to
he
you?
made it out. I don't know.
Who knows? But yeah, what would you rate Predator Killer of Killers?
I'd rate Predator Killer of Killers an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
It is a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
And a great addition to the Predator universe. Like, you can absolutely skip majority of, like, shitty Predator movies. Except for Predators. That shit was good. Fight me. But, like, you can just go into Prey and then go into this.
yeah,
Hey, you could watch the original one just to get some context, but yeah, these are good standalone movies. Prey and Predator Kill of Killers. I would say if this is how they're gonna do a trilogy, great.
yeah.
And that's a first, by the way. If like a trilogy is gonna be a mixed bag of live action and then animated.
Yeah.
Like if they do stop motion for fuck's sake and make it work, great on them.
Right. Yeah, I agree. 8 out of 10. This director, Dan Trachtenberg, has proven that he understands the Predator lore, and he said he's interested in making an AVP movie, and I'm like, if it's by you, dude, I have no doubt that it's gonna fucking be good. Because you understand the
agree.
material.
I can't wait for Alien World.
Yeah. I like, he's
Alien Earth, sorry.
he's collaborating with the director of Alien Romulus and something, and I'm like, people are hoping it's AVP. I'd be like, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Because Romulus was also like a great return to form. So those two combined, who knows what's gonna happen. But yeah, safe to say that Alien and Predator fans are eating well. Like the recent entries have been pretty good, and I just hope it continues. Like Romulus is confirmed to have a sequel with returning Kaylee Spaney and her brother Android coming back. So there's that, and the future looks bright for Predator and Alien fans. So hopefully it continues the trend. But yeah, to our audience watching, what's your favorite entry in either of these franchises? Comment down below. If you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear on the go. And the video Zoda's voices on TikTok and Andrew on Letterboxd. Where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me at JomJu _ on Instagram and is my account.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye everybody.
Ciao.